Good morning again. This is more food for thought as I listen and learn about different types of things, paranormal, secret government events that could happen to individuals. But the same video that I'm watching, it's a long video, but it talks of, I think it's called a surrogate program or project surrogate, and how they are somehow able to paralyze you in your home. Let's say you're in bed, and you start to get paralyzed. You know, you're conscious and everything, and then all of a sudden you can't move, you can't speak, and something is done to you. And this particular woman on this video is discussing that. And something like that did happen to me when I was a young teenager. But she goes further to state that she had found some evidence, like during the episode being paralyzed, and maybe at one point she got unconscious or something, and then when she comes to, she saw evidence of semen on her, and then she doesn't have a period. Okay? Now this person is, well, on the surface she looks like just a regular white person with blonde hair and blue eyes, but she is mixed with Native American. She's German, Irish, and Native American genetically. And it seems like certain projects, whether it's Project Surrogate, I think they called it, that they prey on individuals that have certain types of genetics. And she was a Christian, though, this lady, and she told her Christian friend that, you know, she told her about the phenomenon that happened to her. You know, and several months has passed since the episode and no period. So the Christian friend said, hey, we're going to have a prayer group. You know, you come down. So the day she was to go to this prayer group, the phenomena happens again, and she's getting paralyzed. She was paralyzed for 15 minutes. There was a clock, and that's how she was able to gauge the time. But to her, it seemed like an eternity. She gets to the prayer meeting, and then blood started coming from her vagina. So she believes what happened is that they extracted the embryo from her. Somehow they're able to implant and take out things. Now it sounds like science fiction, right? You know? And years ago, again in St. Thomas, a lot of my spiritual, you know, metaphysical happenings to me happened when I had the opportunity to live in St. Thomas. That's part of the U.S. Virgin Islands. Okay? And I had this dream that something happened to me, and that I had a baby, beautiful baby boy, looked like, and I was wondering where this came from, because I'm not married. I don't have, didn't have anyone, significant other then. So where did this baby come from in this dream? But it felt real, and when I woke up, I felt physical sensations in my body. So I'm wondering whether this is in a parallel universe. I mean, it sounds crazy, but some things, maybe like what they call bleed-throughs, that something has happened to you somewhere else energetically, but you feel it in yourself as it's happening to you in this current dimension. Sounds crazy, I know. But listen to these other people and how something can happen to someone in a different dimension, but it's manifested in this life. So that's all that I'm saying. I'm not saying that it's true. I'm just saying that, hey, certain stories coincide with other people's stories of events. Now, the other reason why I'm doing this video, again, I'm seeing correlations. Now, in New York City, you have, at least with the advertisement on YouTube, or even when I go on, on the train and they have the, the advertisements, they keep having these advertisements on getting your DNA done to such a frenzy everywhere. And unfortunately, I had gotten mine done. So why I say it like that, is because, see, on the surface, I thought, oh, isn't it a nice thing to know who you are? When I was trying to get into my black identity, history, and go back to Africa and be with my people, well, see, they want you to think in terms like that because they want you to get your DNA tested. And I think they're really doing this to screen, to find out who they could use genetically for programs. Look at the person who owns these DNA things and what their ethnicity is. Okay? And it's not a coincidence. I'm not going to say what they are. But like the one that I used, I said, oh, sweat. What that person is. Too coincidental. And so, I'm saying to you, be careful about getting these DNA tests, especially if you believe that you have Native American blood in you and Irish. Those are the two things, Irish and Native American. Okay? And at least genetically, I do not reveal either. But either way, people are being used. People are given a scenario to make you react so that you do something. So they put all this emphasis on knowing your identity, your race, your heritage. And it's not about so you can just brag to your friend that you have this mixture or that mixture. No. They're using it for a reason to trap you. They're probably going to sell the data to individuals who are going to exploit it and exploit your genetics. So be wary. See, the choice is yours, whether you want to do it or not and everything, but it's not by accident. And they're also targeting a lot of blacks. Like in Times Square in New York City, they have this light-skinned black girl with freckles, and she was to get the DNA test, and then she's mixed with this or that and everything. So they're targeting black people, so that means they're going to target you for programs to possibly exploit your genetics, to possibly kidnap you energetically like they did that lady, and to do harvesting on your body. So be careful, and not all gifts are good gifts. On the surface, it looks very innocent, but it's not. Okay? So each one teach one so that you could protect yourself. Bye-bye.